Welcome to CSB News. I'm Mark Hoffman. Tonight, we'll check out a local golf course that's going through some massive changes. But first, Armando Ramirez is on the scene in Stafford Springs, where alternative art is opening the eyes around the community.
State of Relation Group are artists that take part in the Art Factory event here in Stafford Springs. Graffiti and paint artists from Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island participate in this event.
State of Relations Group was given this space, an active machine shop factory, to create an art gallery, an exhibit featuring artists from all over the area.
Local artists also come and display their individual talents with paintings and portraits in the outside art gallery, with a few paintings up for sale. Live entertainment welcomes the crowd with musicians and a DJ to add a little flavor to the mix. But the graffiti artists here are the real stars of the show with their many colorful and extensive canvas creations.
It's a great event to come down here and showcase your artwork, let people know what we do, the type of stuff we do, and rock out.
As the day and the artworks progress, more and more onlookers arrive to gaze upon these vibrant and vivid columns under these old railroad tracks.
We get a chance to showcase our artwork as artists. Sometimes graffiti gets overlooked as an art, but in today's mainstream world, it's an art, and we're here, and we're not going nowhere,
At the State of Relation event here in Stafford Springs, artists from different genres showcase their many talents. For CSB News, I'm Armando Ramirez.
Our next story comes from Hartford, where Eric O'Shea takes a look at how breakdancing is helping to keep local kids on the right track.
Breakdancing has been around since the early 80s and is not going away anytime soon. For years, it has been helping kids make the right choices in life.
It's definitely kept me around the right crowd, definitely steered me away from a lot of other people that I probably would have been not doing so good right now if I was with them,
It's a way for me to stay off the streets and be able to maintain myself to do better, bigger things.
These guys have been breakdancing for so long that they can't even imagine what they'd be doing if they weren't dancing.
For me, definitely, I cannot picture myself not b-boying, not practicing. It's like so integrated in my lifestyle. It's just I can't picture myself without it. So for me, what I'll be doing without it is just like asking what I'll be doing without air in a way,
This is such a positive outlet for these kids, and it is only going to keep getting bigger and better.
I feel like at this current moment of our stage of the game, breakdancing is very popular. Still kind of underground, but if you look in the right places, your sponsors like Red Bull, Monster, UDEF, which is a big company that's been throwing a lot of fun breakdancing battles for us out here on the East Coast and the West Coast. So hopefully it'll become mainstream to the point where it's a sport. It's almost like a martial art. It's like we should be taken seriously just like any other dance style should.
I'm Eric O'Shea, reporting from Kinsella Magnet School in Hartford, CSB News.
Ahead, we'll take you to a great family event for local families who want to enjoy a day out with their kids while leaving their wallets at home. Plus, we'll find out why gymnastics is so important to a group of Handom teens. We'll be right back.
Hey friends, Joe Pal Joker here with a message from the Foundation for a Drug-Free America, where the drugs are free. You remember this, don't you? This is your brain. Harley? This is your brain on drugs. Will there be any questions? I thought not.
America has undergone a lot of changes since 1886. We've witnessed the addition of 11 states, the discovery of penicillin, and the invention of television and the automobile. Throughout it all, Guidus has been there to serve America's milk and dairy needs. Guidus products always come with a safety seal because your family's safety and satisfaction are our #1 priorities. Remember, if it doesn't have a safety seal, it's not Guidus. Guidus Milk and Ice Cream. Pride, quality, and integrity for 128 years and counting.
Have you realized that bowl season had just arrived? The cool, brisk air still has trees and plants with pollen floating around. You don't want to be stuck inside sleeping all day because of your allergies. So grab a bottle of Zyrtec today at your local grocery store. The one pill a day that will stop all your allergies.
Welcome back. I'm Mark Hoffman, and you're watching CSB News. Our next story comes from Madison, where one of the state's most prestigious golf courses is undergoing a major makeover. Duncan Craig is on the scene.
All across Connecticut, golfers are soaking up the last of the warm weather. But at Madison Country Club, members will have to wait for the completion of a massive renovation project before they can hit the links again.
Well, the project originally started with some hurricane damage, and we looked at redoing several greens, possibly elevating them to get them out of the way of any future damage. Once we decided to go ahead with that project, we decided to expand it and redo all our greens, all our bunkers, all our fairways, and do a complete renovation.
Maintenance crews are working hard, rain or shine, and are confident that they'll have the course ready for the beginning of next spring.
Progress-wise, I believe everything's going pretty fast.
Golfers can expect to notice a lot of changes, but those behind the operation are confident that these tweaks will only make the course better in the long run.
What we're going in with now is the Professional Golf Association's sandy greens. They will be a different design, but the material underneath is all consistent. The grass, A4 bent grass, which is more suited for this area, and I believe they're going to enjoy it.
Unfortunately, golfers here in Madison won't be able to enjoy the last few months of this season, but they can look forward to their course being back better than ever early next spring. In Madison, for CSB News, I'm Duncan Craig.
The New Era men's gymnastics team is hard at work preparing for the upcoming season. But to many of these competitors, it's more than just a sport. Lindsay Leva gives us a scoop.
As the school season starts, New Era men's gymnastics team in Hamden is getting ready for their season to start competitively.
I think gymnastics is a good sport for men because it really pushes you past your limits and teaches you to go above and beyond what you would think you couldn't do. Like, I know for me, I wasn't always the type of person that would push myself towards my limits, and even if I had limits, I would stop myself there. But with gymnastics, it forces you to go beyond what you thought you could ever do.
These group of young teens work out day in, day out every week to prepare for competitions this year. The dedication they have for this sport is inspirational to others.
Doing gymnastics for about 8 years or so, and I've really liked it because my mom started me out as it because I was really flexible and stuff. So she wanted me to start doing gymnastics because I was really hyper as well. And this let me do every single event and stuff like that because I could use my abilities.
Part of training in gymnastics is also getting personal attention from your coach. The men's program has been growing to where they could be more competitive with other teams.
Season's about way, and we're prepping the boys for the season. We are doing half sets, full sets. We're starting to train multiple skills.
Great seeing these kids doing what they love to do. Reporting from Hamden, Connecticut, I'm Lindsay Oliva, CSB News.
Things are really heating up in the MLB playoffs, and when we return, we'll give you all the latest updates in the CSB Sports Report. Don't change that dial.
Damn, man, I ain't got no energy right now, man. I need some energy in my life.
Can you try some of this? Nice.
Pure energy. Are your kids having a party? Call me. I am DJ Eric. I am the Kid Party King. Everyone will have a great time. I will keep your kids involved. There is not a party that I can't handle. DJ Eric. You can find me on Twitter at DJ Eric. So go online and book your next party now.
We all have problems. Luckily, there is Paclazaran. 9 out of 10 doctors choose Paclazaran over other leading prescription medications. Ask your doctor if Paclazaran is right for you. Women who are pregnant or may become pregnant should not take Baclazaran while breastfeeding small primates. We know your family is important. That's why there is Baclazaran. Don't let life get you down. Take charge and change it. Baclazaran.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Hoffman, and this is CSB News. Right now, it's time for the CSB Sports Report. We now take you to Duncan Craig in the CSB Sports Studio. Duncan.
Thanks, Mark. Well, it's early fall, which means that the sports world is nuttier than a picture of Gary Busey eating peanut butter. Let's look at Major League Baseball, where the postseason madness is in full swing. Game 4, ALCS, Royals and Orioles. Bottom of the first, Eric Hosmer up at bat, 2 men on, slow chopper to first, and Caleb Joseph drops it like it's hot, not clutch. The Royals take a 2-0 lead, and that's all they would need, Rashid. Top 9, 2-1 Royals, Greg Holland on the mound, tying run on base. J.J. Hardy grounds out to third, and someone call Ghostface Killer, because it's over. Royals going to their first World Series since 1985. George Brett is psyched. Players are ready to party. Go nuts, Kansas City fans. You guys deserve it. Turning to the NLCS. Top third, Colton Wong up at bat. This guy's doubled his regular season slugging percentage in the postseason, and he goes Yabo again. Somebody drug test this guy. St. Louis up 4-1. But the Giants would rally to the 6th. Nod your head like Buster. Buster Posey with an RBI single to cap a 3-run inning, and the Giants lead by 2. Bottom 9, Matt Holliday with a chance to tie, and they don't. Caught looking. Take a picture, bro. It'll last longer. The Giants win 6-4 and take a commanding series lead, 3-1. Turning to the NFL, where the 3 local teams all have big matchups this week. The 1-5 Jets will travel to Foxborough tonight to face the surging Patriots in what can only be considered a must-win for Rex Ryan and the Gang Green. Jet fans like myself are hoping that Mother Nature can thwart Tom Brady in the New England passing game, because the abysmal New York secondary certainly doesn't appear capable of doing so. Kickoff is at 8:25. Looking forward to Sunday, the 3-3 Giants will travel to Dallas, where they'll meet up with first-place Cowboys. And they'll be looking to right the ship after getting their doors blown off on national TV last week at Philadelphia. A win would move the Giants just a game back at Dallas, but to do so, they'll need to slow down DeMarco Murray and his gigantic offensive line. Kickoff for that one is at 1 o'clock. And finally, it's time for our weekly NFL predictions. We'll give you 5 picks against the spread, which is just for fun, of course, because gambling is illegal and immoral. First, we have the Colts giving the Bengals 3 points at home. I think this game turns into a shootout, but I don't see Cincy keeping up with Andrew Luck and the Colts without the services of A.J. Green and Marvin Jones. The Colts cover easily and win this one going away. Next up, we have the Rams getting 6 points at home against Seattle. The Seahawks are not the same team on the road as they are at home, and I see a desperate Rams team keeping this one close on their home turf. Seattle wins, but by less than a touchdown. San Francisco will travel to Denver Sunday night, where they're catching 6.5 points. I think San Francisco covers that line and might just win it outright. This week's Monday Night Football showdown features the Steelers, who are giving Houston 3.5 points at home. Pittsburgh will be hungry for a big win after a poor showing last week, and I think they beat Houston by double digits. Lastly, our lock of the week. Baltimore plays a host to an awful Falcons team led by a soon-to-be unemployed Mike Smith. Baltimore wins this one by more than 7, and you can take that to the bank. Remember, if any of these picks are wrong, I'll probably just edit them out in post-production. Otherwise, I'll accept cash or money orders for those of you who want to thank me for all the free money I just gave you. And that'll do it for tonight's sports report. For CSB News, I'm Duncan Craig. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Duncan. Now it's time for our final story. Do you love your kids but hate the cost of entertaining them? Well, we're on location in Croton, New York, where kids and parents alike can enjoy a low-cost alternative to the expensive world of children's entertainment.
Fair season is here, and with the cost of living inflating these days, locals head to Family Fun Day as an inexpensive way to enjoy time with family.
All the rides are free. That's a big, great hit. We have attractions. We have the county police helicopter. Our emergency services down here. It's a great day. You come down here. There's no cost for parking. You can spend maybe $5, $10 with your family and have a great time down here.
And there is a lot here to do at Family Fun Day. You can get some balloon animals, temporary tattoos, have your face painted, have your picture taken with your favorite childhood character, and more. Adults like the family time and minimal cost of fun here. But what do the kids like about Family Fun Day?
Probably a lot of the games in the helicopter.
Police, fire department, vendors, and staff are all community members who donated their time and products to help bring this event together. These generous locals want to help families enjoy themselves while informing them about their presence in the community.
I like the events they have in the middle of the ice rink here, the roller rink. You know, the kids get to demonstrate their skills, and it's good for them to have a little fun out here. It's nice entertainment for everybody.
With the summer winding down, families try to enjoy the last few days of sun and fun. In Croton, this is Mark Hoffman for CSB News. Well, that's it for this edition. Join us next time for more breaking stories. I'm Mark Hoffman for CSB News.